Hello FlossTube, it's Kate Madamice and welcome back to my FlossTube channel. I am going to talk today a little bit about StitchCon, and then I'm going to talk about some finishes, some whips, and some other stuff. So I am in my working gear. You might notice I've got some paint on me because I was just at Fire Poppies all morning. So Fire Poppies, if you couldn't understand that. Fire Poppies, which my friend Susan is opening here in Somerville, South Carolina in August. I was out helping her paint over the yellow walls that were in her shop, and now they are a nice clean gray color and it looks amazing. And I had a great time this weekend helping her out with some of her other friends and some new cross-stitching friends that I've never met before. It was very nice. And I'm super excited for that shop to open, if you couldn't tell. So anyways, I'm in working clothes. Also, it's been nice and sunny all day, and then all of a sudden, right when I sat down to film this, one of our nice afternoon thunderstorms came rolling in. So my lighting kind of went bad, and you might hear some rumblings of thunder. I'm not super fan of thunder, so we'll get through this together, I think. We'll see. You'll help me through, right? I'm sure. Okay, so StitchCon. I'll just start talking about StitchCon. The only word that I have for it is that it was amazing. I've never been to a retreat before. I've never been around that many people who are in love with cross stitch, but it was pretty fantastic. I had such a great weekend. There's no way that I'm going to be able to call out every person that I got to sit and talk to. If you were there and you sat and talked to me, I appreciate our conversation so much. And last weekend meant a lot to me. It really did. And I can't wait for next year. So already looking forward to it. But I'm not gonna show you everything that we got from them, like all the stuff we got at check-in and stuff, because I think there's already a lot of videos out there about that. But I'm gonna focus on a few things that I got that were a little unique. So here we go, really quickly. The first thing I'm gonna show you is all of these needle minders. Oh, that one and that one I already had. But these are the needle minders that I got while I was there. I didn't bring any needle minders for the needle minder exchange that people were kind of informally doing, but everyone was so generous. There were so many people that, you know, you sat and chatted with them for a while and they were like, just take one. Like, I don't have one to trade you. Doesn't matter. Just take one anyways. It was so nice of you. So, yeah, like I said, this Peter Pan one, I like Peter Pan a lot. This is from Wild Violet Ryan, Wild Violet Cross Stitch, who when I first started cross stitching, the only online forum that I knew of was Reddit, and so she's one of the mods of the subreddit for cross stitch. If you don't know Reddit at all, that's okay. It's just a forum. But there's a subreddit for cross stitch, and I learned about her from there, and it was crazy to meet her in person. And of course, this is Donna Ray. She's such a sweetheart. And dang girl, you can wear some sequins. That's all I gotta say about that. And this is from one of my table mates, Melissa. And I love them all. We officially doubled my needle minder collection because, well, probably not. They're just all in projects and I don't see them very often. We got this really nice book from StitchCon, and it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to be too terrified to use it at all because it's so nice. I don't know what I'm going to put in it that I won't be scared to ruin it because that's just kind of how I am. So we did the smalls exchange at StitchCon, and I participated in it, and I was part of the green chip group. If you have watched any of the other videos, then you know what I'm talking about when I say green chip group. But Oh, I'll insert here a video of my small that I gave away. So here it is. Hello, it is very early on the 27th of June, so the day that StitchCon starts. And I am doing a classic me and staying up super late to finish packing and stuff. I'm going to have to be up in about 4 hours to be able to get to the plane on time, so wish me luck, y'all. But anyways, this is my StitchCon small. I wanted to share it before I go. This is a little design that I made up myself. It's bits and bobs with a little birdie holding a string, and I attached it to this box here, which I painted. This was just a plain box. It was all this color when I got it, so I painted it. I attached it to the lid using buttons, and I put this cording around, which I just made tonight because I decided that it didn't look right, so I wanted to put some cording on it. So why not do it at the last minute, right? I tied this little bow. And if you look on the inside, I stitched this as a remembrance of who did it. And it's just this cute little box. I hope whoever gets it really likes it, and I hope you guys think it's cute too. Bye. Alright, I hope you liked seeing that small. I had a lot of fun with it, and I really hope the lady who got it liked it. I kind of talked to her a little bit, and yeah, it was super fun. Okay, so this is what I got. Ready for this? Isn't this amazing? It's this little heart shape. I can't believe you finished it in this heart. That's amazing. And there's some pins sticking in here, which is super nice. And this twine, I'm pretty sure that the intention is to kind of hang it, but it came packaged like this with it kind of wrapped around the bottom, and I kind of like it like that. So I might leave it. I haven't decided whether I'm going to hang it or whether I'm going to leave it like this, because I kind of like it like that. And it's got this nice backing fabric, and isn't it so cute? And so I unwrapped it at the table. We took our smalls back to our tables and just unwrapped them. Which, by the way, I had the best table. I love you girls, all of you. Ladies, women, whatever. I love you all. I think that I had the best table at StitchCon. Just saying. Anyways, sidetracked. So I opened this, and you know, I was admiring it, and of course I had to pass it around the table so everyone else could admire it. And you know, I kept getting this whiff of something, a good something, not a bad something. And I kept thinking, oh, someone's got some on one of the other tables or whatever around. You know, there's 400 people in a room. There's a lot of smells and stuff going on. Anyways, then it comes back around to me, and I get that smell again. And then I read the card, and she stuffed this with cinnamon and cloves. It smells so good. I have to put it high off the ground, though, because otherwise Miss Stella will definitely think that that smells too good and try to rip it to shreds. So I'm going to put it up high because I want to preserve this beauty that is this small. Oh, and the lady who stitched it, her name is Michelle. So Michelle, hi if you're watching. And thank you so much. I love it. I just love it. All right. So there's that. And sorry, gotta dig around in my bag here. Okay, so I wanted to really quickly show you this little small. So Miss Barbara, I know you watch this channel, and I had such a good conversation with you. And when I got done, chatting with her the first day, she handed me this little small. Isn't it so cute? It's just finished with this really cute fabric on the back. Oh my gosh, isn't it adorable? This little tomato. Anyways, Barbara is so cute and I love it so much. And thank you so much for thinking of me and stitching that. Ugh, I had such a good conversation with you. And you let me know when you get your daughter to start cross stitching. All right. What else is in my bag of goodies? I've got some more stuff that, you know, everyone got, so I'm not gonna spend time showing it off. Yeah, that's everything there. And then this is amazing. I'm so happy to have this. So towards the end of StitchCon, a girl walked up to me. Her name was Amelia, and she's from Cincinnati area. And look at this project bag. I think she said her and her mom make them. I might be wrong with that, but oh my gosh, isn't it adorable? Look at that cute owls, and then this little zipper pull is an owl bead. Focus. Isn't that cute? And then, wait for it. Wait for it. Bam! This would be green hedgehog fabric on the inside. And it's adorable. And I love it. And I've never had a project bag that I haven't made. So it's super special to me because someone else made this. And that's amazing. So thank you so much, Amelia. I think that's it. I don't see anything else in my bag of StitchCon. I did buy one thing. Just a second. And yes, you heard me correctly. I bought one thing. I was very proud of myself. There was a whole bunch of really tempting stuff in that annex over there, but I managed to keep it together. Oh, it's a good thing I opened this up. Here's another really cute needle minder that I got. And this one is the one from Brenda, Handwork Maniac. Needlework Maniac? Needlework Maniac. Brenda, what's your channel name? I'm totally blanking. I watched your StitchCon video like this morning. It'll be in the description box below. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on that right now. My goodness. A bunch of people had like business cards that they handed out while we were there, which was a really, really smart idea. Oh, here's another needle minder that I got while I was there. It's a good thing I had to go dig up my bag. Come on. Focus. Let's see if I can even get it going the right direction. It's a little dragon. It's the blue and white that I love, really. There we go. It's a dragon. Isn't it so pretty? I just love the blue and white. Alright, and here it is. I thought I was kind of put together for this video, but apparently I wasn't. I just got one of these little corner gauges that says StitchCon. It's like a souvenir. It's useful. I don't have any corner gauges. And I thought it would be a good choice for me. So, alright, well, StitchCon. Like I said, it was amazing. I have a feeling that pretty much any retreat would be amazing to go to. But man, StitchCon was just so great. You know, it's been a long time since I've had 4 days in a row like that where I had that little anxiety. You know, the nature of my job is I can't bring it home. I'm not allowed to bring it home, but I bring a lot of nerves and just frustration and anxiety from my job home. And so, you know, I have troubles falling asleep at night sometimes because of just the thoughts, right? It goes continuously. And I mean, who doesn't have that problem? Everyone has stress. Everyone has anxiety. Yeah. But I can say without a doubt that the 4 days that I was in Cincinnati, I had no troubles falling asleep at night. Now, I don't know if that's because I slept between 3 and 5 hours every night that I was there. I checked my Fitbit. That might have contributed to not having troubles falling asleep, but I honestly think it was just the environment and being around such nice people, such nice men and women. Everyone was happy to see each other. My friend Susan described it like it was a family reunion, but everyone was actually happy to see each other. And I think that's a great description. It was amazing. And if you have a chance to go to a retreat, any retreat, I would encourage it, because now that I've gone to one, I feel like I have to go to all of them. My bank account says I can't go to all of them. I hope you guys heard that thunder, or else that face is a little bit weird. But okay, moving on. Retreats, go to them. They're great. All right, moving on from StitchCon. Like I said, it was too many people to try to call out names for who I talked to and stuff, but I love you. Everyone that I chatted with, I love chatting with. So, okay, I've got some. Do we want to do finishes or whips next? Finishes, whips. Let's do whips. I'm holding out on you. I'm making you wait for the finishes. All right, so the first whip that I have is my 12 months of Christmas sal. I started working on it. Well, I say my 12 months of Christmas sal, and what I mean by that is the 12 months of Christmas sal that is hosted by Caitlin, A Stitch for Mom, that I am participating in. You get it. Anyways, it is Christmas Rules by Lizzie Kate. And we do one roll a month, and it's great. It was a great idea, Caitlin, and I love it, and thank you for thinking of it. And this is how far I am on this month, and it's getting super washed out because of the lighting in here. You can't even really tell. Okay, you can kind of tell. Yep, that little sheep. It says keep the schedule light. This is all I've gotten done so far. I worked on it a little bit at the end of June, which would be on my way back from StitchCon. I worked on it on the plane a little bit. And so I feel kind of like I was cheating on the sal. But I did it anyways, and I hope that's okay. Caitlin, please forgive me. I worked ahead a little. Okay, and then my next whip I'm going to show you is my Mother's Tree by Lavendar and Lace. Oh, I didn't even talk about, so I'm using this in the hashtag 24 hours of cross stitch Facebook group, the July challenge. I'm using this as one of my challenge pieces for the team 24 hour acrostic, and it's for the T for Mother's Tree. And my goal on it is 1,200 stitches this month. And the other day I put in like almost 500 stitches. Man, this tree is going to take forever. I thought 500 stitches would go much farther than this. And this is only the top little part. I mean, if you look at this picture, right? That's just the top part. It's not even this is going to take a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Isn't that the case for like all cross stitch though? It takes us a lot longer than we thought it was going to take. But yeah. And then my last whip that I want to show you is Mill Hill. I said that kind of weird. Anyways, moving on. It's called Winter Woods. I'm also using this for most of the 24 hours of cross stitch challenges for the month, because this is my focus piece for the Stitch 9 challenge hosted by Farm girl. I'm so sorry. I got a message. I'm getting messages. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So I'm getting notifications. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways. This is where I am on this piece. And I'm loving it. It's actually, I'm surprised by the small amount of beads on this, because usually Millhill kits are just covered in beads. There's a lot of stitching over there. Like, look at that. There's not very much room left for beads. And, you know, looking at the chart, looking ahead, there really isn't very much. I think it's just, if you look at it here, I think the only beads are in the snowflakes here. I don't think there's really much in the trees, which kind of makes sense, I guess. The trees aren't sparkly, but the snowflakes are. I don't know. Y'all, it just started pouring. It's a good thing. Josh was finishing mowing the lawn right before I started this. It's kind of why I waited, because you could hear the lawnmower going out there. And he comes in and he's like, yeah, it's a good thing I did that, because there's storm clouds rolling in. It really is a good thing he did that. We're in that time of year where we get an afternoon storm like every day. So you have to kind of mow the lawn like when you can. Do yard work when you can. Sorry. Tangent. Anyways, so that's where I am on that. It's I hope to get Winterwoods done this month and stick with my, you know, one finish a month for Stitch 9 challenge, which I've been able to keep up with. And I'm super excited about. So I'm 6 whips down, and one of them, my June finish, I will show you right now. Moving into finishes. My Winterwoods! It's done! It's done! Oh, that's probably the best color that I've gotten on it yet. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. And you know, when I first got it, I thought I would love it. But I got it when I was first kind of starting to cross stitch. And then I saw these other things and I thought, oh, that's not really my style. If I had known, maybe I wouldn't have bought it and blah, blah, blah. But the more I worked on it, the more I, you know, fell in love with it. And I really do like it a lot. It's 4 Corners by Little House Needleworks. And I stitched this on Dill, Lugana by Picture This Plus. The only change that I did to this chart, this right here, this 19, so it was charted such that you put your initials up here, but that down there was supposed to be a heart, and I thought it was kind of out of place. Anyways, so I just changed it. I made it a 19 for the year. I tried to make it look, you know, similar style to the letters in there, and I think it turned out well. Yeah, everything else is the called for threads, not the called for linen. And I love it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's going to go, for now, on my ever-growing stack of finishes that are not FFO'd, which I don't know if you can kind of see it. It's kind of hidden. But this giant teddy bear right here. It was a present, Christmas present when I was very young, and I love him, and his name is Cinnamon, so he's sitting in my stitching room. But on Cinnamon's lap is a growing stack of finished cross stitches all rolled up with no FFO. So, but that's okay. I like stitching. I think that kind of what happened with this is the definition of my stitching, which is I think it doesn't matter what I stitch. I think I don't care what I'm stitching. I will fall in love with it when I'm stitching it, because I think I'm a process stitcher, not a, you know, finished project stitcher. So anything that you put in my hands, if I start working on it, I'm gonna fall in love with it. And that's just, you know, just how it goes. So I'm okay with my stack of finished but not fully finished things. All right, and my next finish, I am so, oh my gosh, you had to have heard that. You had to have heard that crack of thunder. Oh, all right. Get it together, guys. All right, so I'm super excited to show you this finish. So the fabric that I showed you last time, I did my self-design on it and I finished it. I put in one single row of half stitches the night before I left for StitchCon because I didn't want to start it at StitchCon because I didn't want to put it in the wrong place on the fabric. So I did one row of half stitches, and other than that, every stitch of this was put in at StitchCon. And here it is. And yes, she's a tiny little design in the middle of this big piece of fabric because this fabric is amazing and I love it. So I wanted to put her right smack dab in the middle, and I do want to frame her, and I want to frame her with as much of the fabric showing as makes sense. You know, I want to leave plenty of it showing because really this fabric is a piece of art and I love it. And I haven't thought of a name for her. You know, in my head I just called her Umbrella Girl because I didn't have anything creative to call her. And then I started kind of calling her Dancing in the Rain because she looks like she's dancing and it's clearly like a rainbow rain situation going on. At least that's what I see. And those are kind of the two names that I thought of. One of my friends, what was it? Raining Fireworks. I think because it's 4th of July, that kind of stuck out to her in her head. Anyways, if you guys have a good idea for what to call her, something super creative and brilliant, put it down below because I thought it would come to me while I was stitching her, but I think I was just so excited about being at StitchCon that I didn't she didn't give me her name while I was stitching her. So anyways, I love this. Okay, and this fabric, I wanted to tell you. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this up again. So this is what this fabric is. It's Painter's Threads Ingameda, and I don't know, I'm butchering that, I'm sure. So Ingameda. And I just wanted, this piece is made more special to me because I emailed the lady who owns Painter's Threads. And you know, I just emailed her and said thank you for this fabric because it's gorgeous and I love it. And it inspired me and to be creative, and I wanted to express to her that I really like this fabric. And I sent her a picture of this on it. And she sent me an email back. And in my last video, I talked about how Painter's Threads, how she has a whole line of it's fabrics that are based off of specific artists, and she kind of tried to encapsulate them as an artist onto a piece of fabric, and that's what her line is all about. So it's going to be names like Monet and, you know, other Da Vinci, I'm sure, and whatever. There's a lot of famous artists. And I said, I don't know who this is. This Ingameda. I don't know who it is. And I said that in my last video. And when I emailed her, she went and looked at my YouTube channel and she watched my last video, and I hope you're watching again. And she, in her email back to me, she explained this fabric and where it came from. And she said, for once, this fabric is not a famous, well-known artist. This fabric is based off of her mother. So her mother is Ingameda, which I think is so special. And she wanted to explain, you know, in some detail, her mom paints with watercolors and used that to get through some hard times in her life. And how at first, when she started painting, it was dark colors, you know, blacks and dark reds. And slowly, as time passed and she started healing, her paintings became bright and colorful again. And so she wanted to make a fabric that encapsulated that rainbow of beautiful colors that her mother started painting with when she started feeling better. And I just think that that's such a special story. It makes that piece even more special to me. So I actually do want to get it framed, hopefully soon. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And so Painter's Threads, she's from Germany. I learned that through this email, and she's got one North American distributor. Threadnuts is who distributes for her in North America. So if you're looking for any of her fabric, that's who you can get it from. I know I bought this piece of fabric from Susan at Fire Poppies. She got it from Threadnuts at Nashville this year. So I don't know if your local needlework shop can maybe try to get a hold of some if you're interested in it. Or I know Susan has some in her shop, and I think she's trying to get some more. And Susan has Fire Poppies online shop going already. So I have that linked below in my description box if you're interested in getting a piece of fabric from Painter's Threads. Yeah. Anyways. Okay. Last bit of business. So, I haven't talked about my Etsy shop in a while. If you don't want to hear about it, that's okay. I understand you don't have to sit and listen to me talk about Etsy shop if you don't want to. So if you want to go, that is fine. Thank you so much for coming and visiting. I love you and see you next time. But if you are interested, I finally finished my grime guards for my globe bag. So just to remind you what that looks like, I have this globe zipper bag in my shop. It's got this nice zipper pull with a airplane charm on it. The inside is this fabric, this batik. It reminds me of water. And I have all of the grime guards associated. I have 8x8, 11x11, 8x11, and 11x17 size grime guards. And, a mixture of the two fabrics. So, like, this is the main fabric and this is the lining fabric. The 11x11 has either mostly lining and a little bit of main fabric or vice versa. So all of that's on my shop. If you're interested in a project bag and a matching grime guard, you can go ahead and order that. And just as a reminder of the others that are in my shop, I've got a couple of these garden bags left. There's only 2, I think. And the charm on here is just the sweet buttons with that leaf. And the inside of this is like a picnic fabric. Oh, and all of my bags, if you haven't seen them before, I have these pockets on the inside. So there's a couple slots for like a marker, highlighter, pen, whatever, needle case, and then a bigger pocket for like your scissors and whatever else, extra needles, stuff like that. And the other one that I have on there is this really cute llama bag, and I love it so much. It's got llamas and cactuses, however you say that. Kyle, help me out. Is it cactuses or cacti? And then it's got this cute llama charm on it. And again, with the pocket on the inside, and it's got this kind of like Aztec looking fabric. And I have grime guards for the garden bag and the llama bag also. And the last thing I wanted to talk about in my shop is when I went to StitchCon, I took my December 26th stitch to put on the brag table, and I had one lady came up and found me, and she wanted to know if I sold that pattern. And that's, you know, I had kind of thought about selling patterns, but, you know, I'm not a designer. I'm not a designer. I'm not going to be like pumping out patterns all the time. I don't think I have that amount of creativity in me. It doesn't just like bubble to the surface continuously. It's like a spurt of creativity now and then. So, but anyways, she wanted to know if I sold that pattern, and it made me kind of think if she was interested enough in it after seeing it on the brag table to try to find me and see if I sold it. Maybe it'd be worth it to put it in my Etsy shop, and maybe a couple people out there would be interested in purchasing it. So I'm trying to put that together. We'll see. I have put together a draft of it. I had to clean it up. I switched softwares because I didn't like the one I was using before, because I didn't think it printed out in a like user-friendly way. And I, you know, tried to make it look a little bit professional. Because I had like wrong colors and stuff in there still. Because you know, it was just for me. So I didn't really have it cleaned up and ready for other people to use. So I've done that, and I'm still trying to kind of work through it, giving it to a couple of friends to look over. And I don't know, maybe you'll see a pattern or two pop up. I might put this umbrella girl in there if anyone's interested in doing a silhouette of a girl. Actually, I have some really good ideas if you're interested in doing that, because I was just thinking about other ways that you could do her. I'm going to show you again. I think that if you used a like more solid fabric, like not, maybe even just straight up solid fabric, and used a variegated floss that is like pretty highly variegated, and stitched her in vertical columns so that it kind of looks like she is the rain on a background, I think that would be really pretty. So if anyone, well, I have to get the pattern out there first, but I think that would be a really great stitch, and it would probably be gorgeous. But I don't have time for that. I've got too many other things to stitch. Anyways. All right. So that's the end of my shop update. I haven't listed the grime guards yet. I was going to take pictures of it when it was nice and sunny after I got done with this video. Haha, because it started storming. Thanks, South Carolina. So maybe we'll have to wait until tomorrow for those grime guards to actually go up in the shop. Oh, today is Sunday, July 7th, because I don't think I said that at the beginning. So if you've stuck around this long, now you know what day it is. So we might have to wait till tomorrow for the grime guards. Anyways, I think that's all I have to talk to you guys about. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I am loving all the StitchCon videos. Keep them coming. And I might have to actually pop some popcorn for Prima Steph's, because I just saw that their second one is like 2 hours longer than 2 hours long. So I might have to actually get some popcorn and snacks and stuff. But anyways, I'm rambling, so it's time to go. Thank you so much. I love you all. Bye.